Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sheldon. The head is big for a reason. Now, this video is brought to you by Lemfi. Send money from US, UK, Canada to Ghana and other 9 African countries without paying any fee on a transaction. Also, don't forget to use the promo code DINGO. Bro, the discounts and you go get $30 cash back when you send your first $100. If I like them, bro, download the app, use the promo code DINGO. Also, the rate, ready Jesus Christo. Lemfi, available on Google Play and Apple Store. Send money, we need money. Remunerate. Yes. Wherever it is, send money. Ladies and gentlemen, I dey come talk about Afrobeats, music business, structures, and a lot of things. I love these kinds of conversations because, Charlie, I like music. I like the business and the art and every aspect of music. So when some of these topics they on the rise like still they attributed. Now yesterday a portion of a podcast video started trending, and it's from End Your Leisure podcast, where they were discussing what the impact of Afrobeat in other economies and how, like, the homegrown local artists go feel benefit by not, putting their talent out and getting like poetry psalms and things. And in the course of the delivery, one of the guys on the pod said, globally, Afrobeat made $100 million in 2023. That is globally, but only 2% of the revenue reached Nigeria. Afrobeat made $100 million in 2023 globally, but only 2% of the revenue reached Nigeria.
In Nigeria in particular, we've been working really closely with the government, mostly to incentivize the artists to use the platform in Nigeria. But what we found is that Afrobeats made $100 million in 2023 globally. For the music industry, only 2% of that revenue ended up in Nigeria, right? And it's the same thing that we've seen with reggaeton in Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic and Mexican regional music in Mexico and so on. It's any country that has a massive cultural export, the money very rarely ends up in those countries. And we have a system where we can pay artists right now in 135 countries in their native currency without them ever having to get paid in the United States. So we do the conversion for them on platform and they're paid in their country, allowing them to keep their money in their country. For context, most artists, global artists, are getting paid in the US or the UK, since most distribution companies are based there. And they get paid in the US, they get taxed 30 to 40%, and then they send it home and they get taxed 15 to 30%, which shouldn't happen.
What is 2% of 100 million? That's 2 million. And I said 200,000. Joe Kofi. 2 million. So Afrobeat made 100 million. Nigeria, Ghana credit, anybody $50. And this has generated conversations on social media with people saying, hey, so the Afrobeat to the world, we are not making anything out of it. So we have a lot of talented Afrobeat artists who are selling out stadiums, arenas, everywhere, selling out. Bro, they are playing the concerts and everything, touring the world and everything. But the amount of money being made, it be like a poetry sum of that money they reach one system for a year. So people are saying, why? And I was like, it be very, very simple. First of all, Afrobeat to the world, we have opened up for the Afrobeat to the world. But the thing is, most of these artists, let's limit this conversation to Nigeria, since it be Nigeria conversation. Most of these big artists spearheading the Afrobeat agenda are signed by what? Distribution record label based in the West. What do you expect? It is either Sony, Atlantic, Warner, this Empire. These companies are not owned by our local economy. It is owned by the people in the West. Burna Boy go fit top. Bro, Burna Boy is selling out stadiums like he be. He go fit vex, they say today they go London Stadium, go sell out. A chunk load of that money, they go to the British economy. If they go to the record label, which is situated in the British economy or the US economy, it no go come. So these companies have taken the risk in investing in your talent. In return, they have basically imported your talent into the economies, and they are using it to build their economies. Why are you mad? How many homegrown record labels were there on this? Even the homegrown recently, Mavens. They sold it to a Universal Music Group. They sold it to Universal Music Group. Do you know where? Do you know where Universal Music? Not be US or something. Exactly. So all these artists, they were the Maven sign. Now Universal Music Day inside. Bro, come on, bro. It's very simple. We have failed. We built a beautiful product, and we failed to invest in structures to protect our interest. You understand what I'm talking about? Bro, Afrobeat is a beautiful product that we've built that is topping the chart. That, bro, at this point, sir, bro, look at everywhere. Grammys, Afrobeat, BET, Afrobeat. Look at the number of artists that won awards at the just ended BET Awards. Who would have thought? Burna Boy selling out stadiums. The video, Wizkid. They are brand ambassadors for like the Louis Vuittons, the Gucci's and things. Doing runaways for like big brands. All these monies that these people are making, you know. And you see what? They don't even come and spend it here. They spend it there. Also, how many of the artists that we raise for here, no? If them blood, then they do concert for whom? Burna Boy for beg them before you come. If they can't do show for, sometimes they know they can won't come do one because of security, because of logistic. I remember Burna Boy had to cancel a show in Nigeria or something because of like logistic issue. Afro Nation now it is leading the charge for Afro Nation. Did they not cancel Afro Nation Nigeria? You see, Afro Nation that is like, you know, giving artists platform, like Afrobeat artists platform to exhibit their talent. You know, most of their concerts, where the concert day, US, Portugal, Puerto Rico, Mexico. Bro, we have built a potent product. We have refused to create viable structures, strong structures to hold it. And so right now, everything is drifting. So I'm not surprised. The 2% say we are lucky. These are like maybe the people where them did the business inside where they own them record label, them masters and things. So you see the dynamics. We have the product, but the product is not be for us safe, bro. It not be wanna own. Ghana, for instance, bro. Gamru, they are responsible for the collection of music rights, nonsense in this area, man, bro. It be like till today, they don't even have a head. You understand? Structures where it go fit track, collect data, collect royalties, collect this thing. So say artists where they home now, ebia obrafo chiame kwame na abe bonyuma Daddy Lumba will release the album is very 32 no. When he goes into retirement, no, he go no say, oh, Gamro is still in the business of collecting my royalties for me. So at the end of it, some of these OGs, they have sold their catalog to some of the distribution companies outside the country. Most of them, they have sold it to them. Like, bro, it's not even in their hands. The OGs, we don't have functioning record labels. We don't have anything. So they will come. If I come, let's say I put out Atlantic Record comes to Ghana. Say, Kwadwo Sheldon, we've seen that you have put out this song, then they do their forecasting. Kwadwo Sheldon, in the next 5 years, you're going to be the biggest artist from Africa. We are going to put $500,000 on the table. We are going to own this. We are going to demand this. We are going to demand that. In return for the money, this is what you go do. Vim, you take the money, you sign the contract. Now they are engineering your career. They determine where you play the show. They determine where your music is supposed to be distributed. They determine where, bro, you understand? So they are basically controlling the whole thing, and they are controlling it from their comfort zone, not here. So this is what is going to happen until we invest in structures, until we basically put out the structures that is going to support our local artists to actually, bro, how many of them do tours here? They don't even do tours here. They tour out. Basically, take Burna Boy, for instance. Imagine Burna Boy touring Africa. Stadiums. Where the money be? Even if some they go the record label safe, them our body safe. At the end of the day, the local economy go benefit. You know what be funny? As them do everything, them tough finish. You know, if they get them a part of the money or them a part of the proceeds, then they will go spend them for the US, the Bahamas, the things, Charlie. So this is a problem. And this is Nigeria. Nigeria is the hub of Afrobeat. I'm not going to say the hub. I mean, UK is technically like the hub of Afrobeat because UK markets be like the enabler. When it comes to enabling Afrobeat, UK markets, like they have actually contributed. So I wouldn't be surprised when they say 70% goes to the US market, the UK market. Because the UK market, they have created a fertile grounds. Why do you think most of the Nigerian artists, they go there? They go tour. They do album release parties and things for there. Because they are, the system there is structured in such a way that it has been fertilized to benefit the artists. As compared here, where we don't even have auditoriums to do concert. You can never reap from where you have not sown. It is very simple. There are no local record labels signing artists and enabling them and empowering them. So if Atlantic or Warner Group or Sony come and sign your artist, hey, if I put $100,000 in your artist locally, I will generate whatever income I have to generate and take it back to my economy. That is how it works. So until we go empower one body, until one artists go be enlightened about the art and the business side of this Afrobeat thing that we have created, it just go be like that. It just go be like that. It be sad because, bro, look at the number of Afrobeat artists Nigeria has produced. Now the revenue that came from the products that you have produced, now you get 2%. At least we have 5%, 2. That's 2 million out of 100 million. Where the rest of the money they? We have failed. This is why people say Afrobeat at some point it go drift to the west where there is going to be gentrification. Deep. They are going to write the Afrobeat story for us. Was it not recently that they wrote an article attributing the success of Afrobeat to Beyonce and Chris Brown? Exactly. They will dictate to our whims and caprices. And it is not their fault. Every business, they look out for their interest. Every record label, they look out for their interest. Burna Boy inside like this, Atlantic, then the benefit pass. Atlantic, hey. Burna Boy, if you Atlantic, them a cash cow. But I'm not saying Burna Boy is not being paid. He's being paid. Does he even have accounts in Nigeria, bro? They don't fucking care, bro. Because they are, bro. Maybe sometimes some of these artists, before you go get them to perform locally, like, unless Christmas, you go book them, they no go show up and things. Everything is disorganized. What are we doing? So this is not on any. This is not. You can't blame them. It is business. Music is business. Art is business. If we have failed, if our people that we have put in positions of power to protect our interests, they have failed. There's nothing, bro. No, nah. You can't blame anyone, bro. It is sad, though. It's sad. It's really, 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 really sad. Look at where Afrobeats is right now in the world. And the people, by the 2%. 2%. The other side of the conversation, then people they talk say make Squad go listen to Sarkodie in freestyle, where he said, these record labels, they come in, they identify opportunities, they tap in, they put the money on the table, and boom, they start to quote unquote exploit the local artists or whatnot. I did this thing myself. And I'm saying, say, what he said, Nadia, that be high for it. Because once again, if I'm a record label and I'm coming to your market to sign an artist that I have identified, I'm looking out for my interest. You, the artist, it is your job, your duty, say you go find somebody, people around you who will also look out for your interest, because business is devoid of emotions. If I put a contract on the table and it doesn't favor you, you speak up. But when you sign and the exploitation starts, you can't do anything. It is binded. So the Sarkodie conversation, it is something that is prevalent in the industry. And he has asserted, say, he came into the game, he never signed, but he's been successful. We have also argued, say, because when a system here no be enabled, we don't have proper structures. No be everybody where you go fit pass the Sarkodie route, them blue. No be everybody. No be every artist go fit be a independent artist, then actually be bro, it be hard. Music right now is money. It is monetary induced, monetary inclined. And this is where the record labels they set in. So when they come in and they put it like that, now you can't blame them for doing their job. But on the other side of things, Sarkodie identified this shortcoming. And he's always preaching about it. What has Sarkodie done to create structures, fertile grounds, so that what if there's like a homegrown record label from the camp of Sarkodie, we go take what put one artist on and make sure that some of these monies, it go come back to us. So that be some of the questions. Be say, and a Sarkodie come and take your stone. Sarkodie has been in the business for how long? More than 10 years. He is the landlord for a reason. I don't know what he's doing in the back end, but you see, if there are no tangibles, I go fit pinpoint. I am making an argument. Don't you think, say, collectively, we are supposed to invest in our structures, our talents, our creatives, like locally, enable them, so that when they go out there, they'll bring the money back home. But if we are not doing it, and people are doing it, and they are signing them, and they are taking the money away, why you they complain? There is nothing like Sarkodie Jobo. No. We have failed as an industry. Nobody is collecting his stone or her stone here. We have failed. How practical is it to even operate record labels in this country? You understand? Once again, we go fit direct time to the environment not being enabled. Cost of operation. Atlantic will come in. They will come in. They will not put their money in your. Nah, they don't do that. Slave trade come by what are we talking about? So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I have to say. I'm not surprised now if Nigeria they get 2%, here Ghana they 0.000060006000600, bro. Young can't be. Nigeria, they have the video, they have Wizkid, they have Ashake, Burna Boy, Arasta, Rema, Adekunle Gold, Simi, Tenny, Tiwa Savage, Flavor, bro. 2%. Don't even mention your own. Compare with that. Send a pass, sleep. You know they inside. You know the matter self. So this is where we are. Let me know what you think about this conversation. Maybe, I feel like when we invest in our talents locally, homegrown, talent, like we have record labels striving, we have all these, support systems helping us to put our artists out there. At the end of the day, some of the monies will come in here. Because if record labels, like local record labels are enabled, and even when they sign artists and it get to a point where they are supposed to partner, Olamide partnered with what? Olamide in YBNL. They partnered with Empire. Partnership. You understand? So they will bring in some of the money. So some of the 2%, that's where they come from. Here, when? If you help an artist save, the next day tell you say Unya. So guys, let me know what you think about this. this conversation. At the end of the day, it is what it is. You can't blame anyone for enriching the economy. Nah, you can't blame anyone. It's business. And until we get our things right, we will be treated like this. Afrobeat will be drifted to the West, and we'll just be here. Yeah, you have one other buy any hit. That's how you go tell you carry cam, you make cam hits. Waiting go if you talk. Waiting go if you do. My name is Sheldon. Shout out to Lemfi. We out.